I always thought love meant giving everything I had. You work too much, Emily would say, but I always smiled. It's for your family, I'd tell her. I paid for Linda's treatments, bought Ryan's school books, handled bills without complaint. I thought we were building a future. But that night, everything cracked. I walked past the living room when I heard her whispering. At first, I thought she was talking to her mom. Then I heard a man's voice through the speaker. Jason. Stop, she giggled softly. You'll make me blush. My chest tightened. I froze in the hallway, barely breathing. Emily, I stepped forward. She spun around, shocked. H, how long have you been standing there? Long enough, I said. Who were you talking to? No one, she snapped, hiding her phone. Just a work call. I heard Jason's voice, I said. You told me you barely know him. She looked away. I didn't want you to overreact. Overreact. My voice cracked. You're laughing with another man in the dark. You're making this bigger than it is, she said. Can you calm down? I'm trying to understand, I said. Why were you talking to him like that? She let out a tired sigh. Maybe because he listens. Maybe because he understands me better. Her words hit harder than any punch. What does that mean, Emily? It means I need space, she said. I'm tired of feeling trapped. Trapped, I whispered. After everything I've done for your family? She glared. Don't use that against me. I'm not, I said. I'm just shocked. She crossed her arms. You overwork yourself. You barely talk to me. And then you act like a hero because you pay for things. I did it because I love you, I said quietly. Well, maybe love isn't enough, she muttered. I felt my throat burn. So what do you want? I don't know, she said. Maybe some distance. Because of Jason, she hesitated just long enough to destroy me. He's just easier to talk to right now. I felt the floor tilt under me. Emily, are you choosing him? I'm choosing myself, she said coldly. You should do the same. At that moment, Linda peeked from the hallway. Is everything okay? Emily snapped. Mom, stay out of it. I looked at Linda, forcing a smile. It's fine. We're just talking. But nothing felt fine. Ryan stepped out too. Did you guys fight? No, buddy, I said. Everything's okay. Emily rolled her eyes. See? This is what I mean. You're always performing for everyone. I'm trying to hold things together, I said. For us. She shook her head. I don't need you to hold anything. I just need space. I swallowed hard. Is Jason giving you that space? Her silence was the answer. I stepped back, heart pounding. Tell me the truth. Are you seeing him? No, she said quickly. Too quickly. We're just talking. He makes me feel noticed. And I don't. I whispered. She looked at me with cold eyes I didn't recognize. Not anymore. Those words shattered whatever hope I had left. I can't believe this, I said. Believe it, she replied. We need a break. A break, I repeated slowly. And Jason. She shrugged. What I do on my break isn't your business. I felt something inside me collapse. Emily, don't do this. She looked away. I already have. The room spun. My jaw trembled. I couldn't breathe. This was the moment my life split into before and after. And I stood there, realizing the woman I loved had already walked away long before I caught her. Emily, can we talk? I asked the next morning. My voice sounded like it belonged to someone else. Shaky, tired, already broken. She didn't look up from her phone. About what? About last night, I said. About us. There is no us if you're going to interrogate me every time I talk to someone. I wasn't interrogating you, I said quietly. I just want to understand what's happening. She sighed dramatically. Fine. You want the truth? I caught feelings for Jason. My chest tightened. You what? It just happened, she said. He listens to me. He makes me feel seen. I've been here for you for years, I said. I supported your whole family. She shrugged. That doesn't mean we work as a couple. So, you're throwing everything away? I asked. I'm choosing my happiness, she replied coldly. I don't want to feel guilty for that. I stared at her, stunned. You're not even sorry? I didn't cheat, she snapped. I just moved on. My heart cracked. While living with me? I was going to tell you, she muttered. But you found out first. Linda stepped out of the kitchen, then, her voice trembling. Emily, please don't speak to him like that. Emily glared at her mom. This is between us. Linda turned to me, her eyes filled with shame. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. After everything you've done. It's not your fault, I said softly. Emily rolled her eyes. Can we not turn this into a pity party? Ryan has school. We can't fight all day. Ryan peeked out from his room. Are you leaving? He asked. I felt my throat tighten. It seems like it. Emily crossed her arms. Stop making this dramatic. I'm packing my things, I said. What do you expect me to do? Stay here while you flirt with another man? It's not flirting, she said. And you're overreacting again. I stared at her. Do you even care that I'm hurt? She hesitated for one cold, painful second. I don't want to pretend something is there when it's not. So that's it. I whispered. Years together gone. She shrugged. We weren't married anyway. That line stabbed deeper than anything she'd said yet. I can't believe you just said that, I murmured. Well, it's true, she replied. You'll find someone else. You'll move on. I turned away because I couldn't look at her anymore. Linda followed me to the bedroom doorway. Please forgive her, she whispered. She's confused. No, I said gently. She's not confused. She's decided. Linda's eyes filled with tears. You have been nothing but good to us. I did it because I loved her, I said. Not for praise. I started packing shirts, documents, the few gifts she once gave me. My hands shook the entire time. Emily appeared in the doorway. You don't have to rush. You can stay until the end of the month. I don't think I should, I said. She looked at me like she was annoyed, not heartbroken. Suit yourself. I zipped my bag slowly. Did you ever love me, Emily? She frowned. Why ask questions that don't matter anymore? The answer was enough. Ryan hugged me suddenly. Don't go, he whispered. I hugged him back tightly. I have to, buddy. Will you visit? I forced a smile. We'll see. Emily folded her arms again. Are you done? I stared at her one last time. Yeah, I'm done. As I walked out the front door, the home I helped build behind me, Emily didn't call my name. She didn't stop me. She didn't care. I left feeling empty, discarded, thrown away like nothing. Daniel opened the door before I could even knock twice. Damn, man, you look destroyed. I need a place to stay, I said, my voice cracking. Get in, he replied, pulling me inside. You're not going anywhere else tonight. I dropped my bag on the floor and sank onto his couch. Everything inside me felt heavy, numb, wrong. Daniel sat beside me. Tell me what happened. She chose him. I whispered. She chose Jason. His jaw tightened. I knew that guy was bad news. I thought she loved me, I said. I thought what we had meant something. Daniel leaned forward. Dude, you practically carried her whole family. You paid bills that weren't even yours. I know, I said. My voice trembled. That's why it hurts so damn much. He shook his head. No, it hurts because you gave her husband-level loyalty and she gave you nothing. I ran my hands over my face. Maybe I wasn't enough. Don't start that crap, he said firmly. Emily left because Emily wanted excitement, not stability. That's her flaw, not yours. My chest tightened. It still feels like my fault. He sighed. Of course it does. Because you loved her more than she ever deserved. Something inside me snapped. I love her so much, I whispered, tears spilling. I loved her like she was my whole world. Daniel didn't speak, and for a moment, the silence broke me. My body shook as I cried harder than I had in years. She didn't even try to fix it. I choked. She just let me leave. Daniel placed a hand on my shoulder. Let out, man. Don't bottle it. It hurts, I said. It hurts so much. I know, he said. But you'll survive. You always do. I laughed bitterly. You sound like I'm used to heartbreak. You're not, he replied. That's why this one feels like life just punched you in the chest. I wiped my face. Maybe I should have seen it coming. You shouldn't have had to, he said. Loyal guys never expect betrayal. I leaned back, exhausted. What do I do now? You rebuild, he said simply. Piece by piece. I don't even know where to start. Start by staying here, he said. Megan won't mind. She actually likes you. Right on cue, Megan appeared in the hallway. Hey, I brought water. She handed it to me gently. I'm really sorry about everything. Thanks, I said weakly. You're welcome, she said. Just know you're not alone. After she left, Daniel turned to me again. I'm not sugarcoating anything. Emily didn't deserve you. My stomach twisted. I heard they went out together today. His eyes widened. Who told you? Ryan texted me, I said. Jason picked her up right after I left. Daniel swore under his breath. That fast. Wow, she really didn't waste time. It kills me, I admitted, knowing she's out there laughing with him. He looked at me seriously. Then use that pain. Let it push you, not bury you. I stared at him. Push me where? Toward a better version of yourself, he said. A version she'll wish she never lost. I swallowed hard. You really think I can become that? I know you can, he said, because the guy sitting here right now is broken, but not done. Something inside me flickered, faint but real. Strength. Daniel stood up. First step? Sleep. Tomorrow we start rebuilding. I lay back against the couch cushions, exhaustion finally taking over. Daniel, I murmured. Yeah. Thank you for not giving up on me. He smiled. Someone has to remind you what you're worth. As I closed my eyes, one truth echoed in my mind. Emily may have broken me, but I wasn't staying broken. Daniel woke me up early the next morning. Get dressed, he said. We're going to the gym. I don't even work out. I mumbled. You do now, he replied. Heartbreak training is brutal. I groaned but followed him. At the gym, he pushed me harder than I expected. Come on, he yelled. Emily didn't break your muscles. Push. I hate you, I muttered, lifting weights. You'll thank me when you see your reflection and don't recognize the sad guy anymore. By the end of the session, I felt exhausted but lighter. Back at the apartment, he tossed me a new shirt. Try something that isn't depressing. I looked at it. You bought this. Call an investment, he said. When I put it on, he smirked. See? You don't look like a rejected potato anymore. I laughed for the first time in days. Shut up. At work, people actually noticed the change. You look different, my manager said. Good different? I asked. Surprisingly, yes. During lunch, I found a new face in the break room. A woman with dark hair, headphones around her neck, typing quickly on her laptop. She looked up. You're Adam, right? Yeah, I said. And you are? Ava, she replied. I just joined the team. Welcome, I said. First week can be rough. She smirked. So can second, third, and fourth. I chuckled. That's fair. She studied me for a second. You look like someone who's been through a storm. I froze. Is it that obvious? Only to people who have survived storms too, she said. That line hit deeper than she knew. We talked for a few minutes, and she listened without pushing, without prying. It felt easy. Later, while I was sorting files, a coworker whispered, Did you hear about Jason? My chest tightened. What about him? He flirted with 2 new interns last week, she said. Apparently he's known for it. I raised an eyebrow. Emily doesn't know, does she? Nope, she said. But she'll find out. Guys like him don't stay loyal. I nodded slowly, feeling a strange mixture of anger and satisfaction. Not because I wanted Emily hurt, but because truth was catching up to her choices. Ava approached my desk then. Want to grab coffee after work? I blinked. Coffee. Relax, she said. Not a date. You just look like you need a break. I hesitated, then nodded. Yeah, a break sounds good. At the cafe, she leaned back in her chair. So what's your story? I sighed. It's messy. Messy stories are my specialty, she said. Try me. Okay, I said. My girlfriend left me for someone else. Ava winced. Ouch. Recently? Very, I said, and I still feel raw. Of course you do, she said gently. But you're already doing better than you think. Ow, I asked. You're here, she said. Not hiding at home. Not drowning in bitterness. You're trying. I swallowed hard. Trying feels slow. Growth always is, she replied. Her calmness felt like a warm hand on my heart. On the walk back, she nudged my shoulder. For what it's worth, you seem like a good guy. Emily didn't think so, I said quietly. Ava shook her head. Then she didn't want a good guy. She wanted a distraction. There's a difference. Her words echoed in my mind long after we parted ways. That night, Daniel looked at me. You all right? I think I am, I said. For the first time, I feel like I'm moving forward. Good, he replied. Let karma handle the rest. I lay awake thinking about that. Not about revenge. Not about Emily. But about the small flame inside me slowly reigniting. A new version of me was beginning. And I wasn't going back. The first message came on a quiet morning. Hey, are you doing okay? I stared at it for a second, then locked my phone. Daniel glanced over. Who was that? Emily. He whistled. Karma's early this year. I didn't reply to her. I didn't need to. By the afternoon, Another message came. I'm sorry about how things ended. I sighed and put the phone face down on my desk. Ava walked by and noticed. You look annoyed. Just old problems try and come back, I said. Delete the problems, she said casually. I'm working on it. Later, during break, my phone buzzed again. Can we talk? Please? Just once. Ava raised an eyebrow. Persistent. She wasn't this persistent when she wanted space. I muttered. So what are you going to do? Ava asked. Nothing, I said. Silence is my answer. Ava smirked. Good. Silence is loud. I was sipping coffee when I heard a familiar voice. Adam. My stomach dropped. Emily stood at the entrance of the break room. Pale, anxious, clutching her purse like it was the only thing keeping her from falling apart. I straightened. What are you doing here? I wanted to see you, she said softly. You didn't answer my messages. I didn't feel the need to. She flinched. Can we talk somewhere private? No, I said. Say whatever you came to say. A few coworkers glanced over before pretending not to listen. Emily forced a smile. You look good. Different. Thanks. So how have you been? She asked. Fine. She waited. I didn't add anything. You're not going to ask how I am? I shrugged. If you want to tell me, go ahead. She bit her lip. Things have been complicated. With Jason? I asked. Her eyes widened. You heard. People talk, I said. She hesitated. He's been distant. Shocking, I said flatly. She frowned. I didn't come here for sarcasm. Then why did you come? I thought maybe we could talk, she whispered. We've known each other for years, Adam. That didn't stop you from walking away. She shifted uncomfortably. I made a mistake, okay? I stared at her. Which one? Leaving me or choosing him? Her throat tightened. Both. I didn't say anything. She glanced behind me, noticing Ava walking in. Ava nodded politely, then walked to the other counter. Emily lowered her voice. Who's she? A co-worker. Just a co-worker? She pressed. Yes. She looked strangely relieved, then asked, Can we maybe get lunch sometime? Just to talk properly? No, I said. Her eyes widened. Why not? Because I don't owe you that. She looked like the ground shifted beneath her. You've changed. I had to, I said. You made sure of that. She blinked fast, trying to hold herself together. I didn't expect you to be this cold. I'm not cold, I said. I'm done. Before she could respond, a coworker called out. Emily, you're Jason's friend, right? Emily stiffened. Why? Well, the coworker said awkwardly. I saw him yesterday flirting with 2 interns. People were talking. Emily froze, color draining from her face. Oh, the coworker left quickly. Emily turned back to me, eyes glassy. Did you know? Yes. And you didn't tell me? It wasn't my place, I said. You chose him. You deal with him. She swallowed hard. Adam, please. I just wanted. I know what you wanted, I said quietly. But I'm not that man anymore. Ava approached then, placing a file on the table. Meeting starts in 5. Thanks, I said. Emily watched us, something breaking in her expression. So that's it? This is who you are now. This is who I should have been all along. She took a shaky breath. I miss you. I met her eyes. I don't miss who you became. She covered her mouth, holding back tears, then whispered, I'm sorry. I nodded once. Too late. And for the first time, she realized I wasn't hers anymore. It was almost midnight when my phone started ringing. Emily. I stared at her name, glowing on the screen. For a moment, I considered ignoring it. Then it rang again, and again. Finally, I answered. What do you want? Her voice exploded through the speaker, trembling and broken. Adam, please don't hang up. I sighed. Why are you calling this late? She choked on a sob. Jason left me. I leaned back on the couch. I'm not surprised. He cheated, she cried. He was seeing someone else the whole time. He told me he never loved me. I didn't respond. Say something, she begged. Please. I can't breathe. You made your choice, I said calmly. And so did he. I made a mistake, she sobbed. A huge one. I should have stayed with you. That's not my problem anymore. She whimpered. Adam, don't be like this. How should I be? I asked. Comforting? Supportive? Like old times. Yes, she whispered. Just for a moment. Please. I closed my eyes. Emily, I'm not your emotional backup. I'm not asking for that, she said quickly. I just need you. You needed me when you threw me away too, I said. But you didn't care. I cared, she cried. I was confused. No, I said firmly. You were selfish. Silence. Just her shaky breathing. I know, she finally whispered. I know I hurt you. I know I destroyed everything. I hate myself for it. I didn't speak. Can we meet? She asked suddenly. Please. I need to see you. I need to explain. What's left to explain? I asked. That I was stupid, she said. That I was blind. That I ruined the best thing in my life. Her words didn't feel satisfying. They didn't feel painful either. They just existed. I'm sorry, Adam, she continued. I'm so sorry. You already said that. But you didn't say anything back. I don't need to, I said. She sniffed loudly. Just tell me you don't hate me. I don't, I answered honestly. I don't feel enough anymore to hate you. Her breath hitched. Then do you still love me? No. For her, that answer was the knife. For me, it was release. She broke into sobs again. Please meet me. Just once. I need closure. I need to apologize properly. You need someone to save you from the consequences of your choices, I said. That someone is not me. Another long silence followed. Then softly, Adam, I'm begging you. One meeting. Please. I rubbed my forehead. I didn't know her anything, but a part of me knew this meeting wasn't for her. It was for me. For closure. I asked. Yes, she whispered. Please. Fine, I said. Tomorrow. A public place. Her voice shook with relief. Thank you. Thank you. But don't think this changes anything, I added. You and I, we're done. I know, she whispered. And Emily? Why, yes. Don't call me tonight again. I won't, she said. Good night, Adam. I hung up before she could say anything else. Daniel, half awake in the doorway, muttered, Why'd you agree to meet her? Because I'm finally ready, I said. For what? He asked. To let go, I replied. I lay back on the couch, staring at the ceiling. No anger, no longing, no heartbreak, just clarity. The woman who once shattered me was now crumbling. And for the first time, I wasn't falling with her. I arrived at the diner early. The place looked exactly the same. Warm lights, old wooden booths, the faint smell of coffee and toast. We had spent so many mornings here laughing, planning, dreaming. Now it felt like a museum of a life that wasn't mine anymore. Emily walked in a few minutes later, her eyes red and swollen. She spotted me and hurried over. Adam, she whispered. Thank you for coming. I nodded. Sit. She slid into the booth, twisting her hands. I don't know where to start. Start anywhere, I said. I'm sorry, she said immediately, her voice cracking. For everything. For hurting you. For choosing him. For being blind. I stayed silent. She swallowed hard. Please say something. I'm listening, I replied. Tears filled her eyes. I made the biggest mistake of my life. I exhaled softly. Emily, we both know this isn't about a mistake. It's about a choice. She covered her face. I know. I chose wrong. I chose him because I thought he was exciting. Different. I thought he'd make me feel alive. And he didn't. No, she whispered. He made me feel disposable. I almost said now you understand, but I didn't. Growth wasn't about revenge. She reached across the table. Adam, I miss you. I miss what we had. I'll pull my hand back. What we had died the moment you chose someone else. She flinched. I know I don't deserve another chance. But I swear I've changed. I swear I learned. Learned what? I asked quietly. That love isn't supposed to be thrown away, she said. That loyalty matters. That you were the only person who ever truly cared. I nodded slowly, then learned one more thing. Her voice trembled. What? I'm not the man you left. She blinked. What does that mean? It means the version of me who begged for your attention, who broke himself to keep you comfortable, who thought love meant suffering. He's gone. Her tears spilled. Adam, please. Don't say that. It's the truth, I said. Your betrayal reshaped me. It forced me to grow up. Forced me to see who I was becoming. She shook her head fiercely. But we can fix this. We can start over. No, I said gently. We can't. Why? She cried. Why not? Because you didn't just break us, I said. You broke me, and I had to rebuild myself without you. She covered her mouth, sobbing. I never meant to destroy you. But you did, I said. And rebuilding wasn't your job. It was mine. She reached out again. I still love you. I met her eyes calmly. I don't love you anymore. That shattered her. She leaned forward, crying harder. I deserve that. I deserve worse. But please don't walk away. Not like this. I'm not walking away angry, I said. I'm walking away healed. You're really leaving me? She whispered. You left first, I replied. She collapsed against the table, her shoulders shaking. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know, I said, but sorry doesn't bring back love. She looked up, her voice barely a breath. Is there really no chance? Not anymore. A long, painful silence sat between us. Finally, I stood. Goodbye, Emily. She broke completely, tears falling freely. Adam, please. But I didn't sit back down. I didn't reach for her. I didn't crumble like before. I walked toward the exit, each step making me lighter, stronger, freer. As the door closed behind me, I realized something profound. That conversation wasn't her closure. It was mine. A few days after the diner conversation, I found myself sitting across from Ava at a small cafe near work. She stirred her tea slowly, studying me with those sharp, gentle eyes of hers. You look lighter, she said. I feel lighter, I admitted. Closure? Something like that. She nodded. Good. You deserved it. I leaned back. You always say things like that so confidently. Because they're true, she replied. I smiled. You're different, Ava. In a good way or a dangerous way? She teased. Both, I said honestly. She laughed softly, then grew serious. How's your heart? I hesitated. Healing. Still bruised, but healing. Bruises fade, she said. Even emotional ones. Yours too? I asked. She shrugged. Everyone carries something. We fell into silence, but it wasn't awkward. It was warm, steady, safe. Later that afternoon at work, she walked beside me. You know, she said, you're doing better than you think. How do you know? I watch people, she replied. You're learning to breathe again. I exhaled slowly. Feels strange. That's growth, she said. It always feels strange. As we reached the elevator, she nudged my arm. Coffee again tomorrow? You trying to recruit me as your lunch partner permanently? I joked. Maybe, she said with a smirk. My phone buzzed. Emily. Again. Ava saw my expression. Her. Yeah. You gonna answer? No. Good, she said. Let the past stay where it belongs. I locked the phone. I think she wants another chance. And what do you want? The question hit deeper than expected. I want peace, I said. Real peace. Ava nodded. Then don't let her interrupt it. Over the next few days, Ava and I started talking more about everything and nothing. One evening, we ended up on a park bench after work watching the sky fade into orange. Tell me something real, she said. I thought for a moment. I stopped recognizing myself when I was with Emily. I became smaller to make her comfortable. Ava looked at me gently. And now I feel like I'm meeting myself for the first time. She smiled. That's beautiful. What about you? I asked. What's something real from your side? She hesitated, then said quietly, I've been afraid to trust anyone since my last relationship. But somehow, I trust you without trying. My heartbeat stumbled. Why? You're honest, she said. Even when it hurts you. I swallowed. Ava, I don't know what I'm ready for yet. I'm not asking you for anything, she said softly. Just your presence. Just your truth. That I can give. She smiled, and something warm expanded in my chest. Something gentle. Nothing like the anxious love I had with Emily. My phone buzzed again. Another message from Emily. Ava raised an eyebrow. Persistent ghost. I'm not replying, I said. Good, she whispered. Let silence speak for you. We sat quietly for a while, the breeze cool and comforting. Then Ava said, Can I be honest? Always. You seem peaceful when you're with me. I am, I admitted. More than I've been in years. She looked down, almost shy. I feel the same. I watched her for a moment. The way her hair brushed her cheek. The way her eyes softened when she smiled. I don't want to rush anything, I said. Neither do I, she replied. Let whatever this is grow naturally. I breathed out. I'd like that. When I walked her home, she touched my arm lightly. You're rebuilding beautifully, Adam. Because of you, I said. Not because of me, she corrected gently. With me, And for the first time in a long time, love didn't feel like drowning. It felt like breathing. Ava and I were leaving the cafe near work, laughing about something stupid I said. You seriously thought penguins lived in the Arctic? She teased. I mixed it up, I groaned. That's not a mix-up. That's a world-class failure. I shoved her shoulder gently. Stop bullying me. She grinned. Never. Her laugh was bright, effortless. It wrapped around me like something warm and safe. But then Ava's smile faded. Adam. I followed her gaze. Emily stood a few feet away, frozen, staring at our joined hands like she'd been stabbed. Ava whispered, "Do you want me to let go?" "No," I said quietly. "Keep holding." Emily stepped forward slowly. "Adam." I nodded politely. "Emily." Her voice trembled. "You look different." "I know." Ava stayed beside me, respectful but firm. Emily's eyes flicked to her. "Is she?" "A friend," I said. "Someone important to me." Emily swallowed hard. "Can we talk?" "Just a minute." I shook my head. "Not right now." She looked desperate. "Please. It's important." Ava touched my arm gently. "If you need space, I can." "No," I told her again. "Stay." Emily's face twisted. "So you're ignoring me now?" "I'm moving forward," I said. "There's a difference." Her eyes filled with panic. "Adam, please. Just hear me out." "There's nothing left to hear," I replied calmly. She reached for my hand, but I stepped back. "Don't." Her voice cracked. "Are you serious? After everything we had?" "You ended that," I said. "Remember?" She flinched. "I didn't know what I was doing." "You knew exactly." I cut in. "You just didn't expect consequences." Her mouth opened, then closed. She looked at Ava again, hurt flooding her expression. "Is she why you won't talk to me?" "No," I said. "You're why." For a moment, Emily stood there trembling, lost. "Can we at least?" "No," I said again, gentler this time. "Emily, whatever you're looking for, it's not with me." Ava whispered, "Let's go, Adam." I nodded, turned, and walked away with Ava's hand still in mine. I didn't look back, but I felt Emily break. That night, my phone vibrated nonstop. When I finally checked, there were paragraphs of messages from Emily. "Adam, please. I saw you today. You looked so happy. I never saw you laugh like that with me. I ruined everything. I chose wrong. I chose a liar. I chose excitement over loyalty. I'm such an idiot. You were the best thing in my life. Please don't shut me out. Please don't replace me." I inhaled slowly and texted back one sentence. "Some mistakes can't be undone." She replied within seconds. "So that's it? I've lost you forever?" I typed back. "You lost me the moment you let me go." The typing bubbles appeared, disappeared, then never returned. Ava called me soon after. "Everything okay?" "Yeah," I said. "For the first time, really okay." "What happened?" "She finally realized," I said, "and I finally accepted it." Ava's voice softened. "You deserve peace, Adam. I think I'm starting to believe that." She hesitated. "And us? Is that okay?" I smiled. "It feels right." "Good," she said gently, "because I want to be here. With you." "Then stay." "I will." As we talked, light, easy, warm, I felt something shift inside me. The past no longer pulled me backward. The hurt no longer defined me. The betrayal no longer haunted me. Emily had lost me forever. And for the first time, I wasn't lost with her. Ava and I sat on my apartment balcony, legs stretched out, the evening sky painted in soft orange. She took a sip of her drink and glanced at me. "You seem quiet today," she said. "I'm thinking," I replied. "Dangerous activity," she teased. I smiled. "Not this time. What's on your mind?" "Who I used to be," I said. "And who I am now." She tilted her head. "Tell me." I exhaled slowly. I used to think giving everything made me a good partner. I worked nonstop, saved every extra penny, helped Emily's family, carried every burden like it was my duty. Ava listened carefully. "You gave until there was nothing left for you." "Exactly," I said. "I thought loyalty guaranteed loyalty. I thought love meant sacrifice." "And now?" she asked. "Now I know love shouldn't drown you," I said. "It should steady you." She smiled gently. "Wise." I leaned back. "I'm not bitter anymore. Just grateful I survived it." "You didn't just survive," Ava said. "You grew." I looked at her. "You helped me grow." "Wrong," she said softly. "You chose to grow. I just witnessed it." That hit deeper than she knew. My phone buzzed on the table beside us. Ava raised an eyebrow. Let me guess. I didn't even check the screen. Emily, what now? Another apology message, I said. Probably long. Probably emotional. You gonna open it? No, I said immediately. She looked at me curiously. Why not? Because some things don't need a response, I said. And some people don't deserve the final word. Ava nodded. Closure doesn't always come from conversations. Sometimes, I said, it comes from silence. We watched the sky darken, lights flickering across the city. Ava moved closer, her shoulder brushing mine. She said softly, Do you ever miss who you were before all of this? I shook my head. No, that version of me loved blindly. That version mistook pain for devotion. And the version sitting here now, I looked at her, really looked. He knows his worth. Ava smiled warmly. Good. You deserve to. For a moment, I closed my eyes, letting the breeze wash over me. You know, I said quietly, I never felt seen before. Not truly. And now, she whispered, now I do. With you. She touched my hand gently. I'm glad. I intertwined my fingers with hers. Being with you feels like breathing after holding my breath for years. She laughed softly. That's dramatic. It's true, I said. We sat in silence again, comfortable and unforced. Then Ava asked, Do you think she'll ever stop messaging you? Maybe, I said. Maybe not. And does it matter? No, I replied, because I'm done looking backward. Ava nodded. Good. My phone buzzed again, vibrating against the table. I didn't even glance at it. Ava smiled. You've really changed. I said. Pain forced me to evolve. And now, I said, I'm becoming someone I actually like. Ava leaned her head on my shoulder. I like that man too. I felt warmth spread through my chest. Not the chaotic burning I once mistook for love, just peace. Real, steady peace. I whispered. Losing her felt like the end of my world. Ava lifted her head slightly. And now, I said with certainty, it feels like the beginning of my life. The phone buzzed one last time, but I ignored it completely. Ava smiled at me, and I smiled back. The past no longer haunted me. The heartbreak no longer defined me. Emily no longer owned a single piece of me. I finally understood something simple yet life-changing. Sometimes losing someone is the only way to gain yourself.